we got Tibetan snacks.
They're really good.
Kapse. It's a tradition to make this for our New Year. Losar, we call it.
In Morocco, we have something that tastes exactly the same, but it's a bit more doughy. And it's called sphinge.
A bit softer?
Yeah. Like this is, like people who are Moroccan and they know sphinge will say like, this looks nothing like sphinge, but the taste is exactly the same.
Finch.
Sphinge.
Sphinge.
Yeah. The taste is exactly the same because this is like fried dough in essence, right? Sphinge is also fried dough. Like fried dough, but it's like in a donut shape. But the taste is exactly the same as this. Very good.
I have to try Moroccan snacks.
Yeah, if you come over sometime at my dad's place.
I do remember eating some snacks with coffee last time.
At my dad's place?
When we played chess. I remember.
Could have been that. Was it like a donut type of thing? Yeah, you probably ate it then.
Like a cookie type.
No, that's not it.
Not a donut, no. But I remember really liking it. I think I ate more than one.
Oh, I know the cookies you ate. I remember.
The
Yeah,
cookies.
they were hella good.
Yeah, it was.
I ate a lot too. I eat a lot of like sweet stuff. I have like a really sweet tooth. Like cakes and stuff, bro. I love it.
I cannot relate with that.
No? Yeah.
Yeah, I cannot handle too much sweet. I just eat a little bit, and that's it.
Yeah, it's not like I don't eat candy. I really don't eat candy, but like pastries, I love pastries. Like cakes and stuff like that. But I really don't like candy. I can have a candy, but to eat like 3, 4, oof. I don't really like that too much. But like moelleux, ice cream, like pastry type of beats, yeah, love that.
Did you try it in Japan?
Yeah, there's like I'll put it on the screen on my when I edit. There's like a waffle, and it's like very like crunchy, and there's like ice cream in it and like a chocolate layer. Like everyone who goes to a convenience store for ice cream has seen it before. Yeah, if you want, I can show you on my phone, but
I see.
maybe you have seen it. It's like a waffle, and then when you bite in it, it's very crunchy, and there's ice cream and chocolate inside, like a chocolate
Inside,
bar
yeah.
with ice cream.
I think I saw it. Yeah.
Oh, that's one of the best things, bro.
Is that your favorite snack from Japan?
It's my favorite ice cream snack from Japan.
What's your favorite snack?
Wakana, I don't know.
Wakana, what does that mean?
Wakana. It's like wakaranai, but in short we say wakana.
Wakaranai. What does that mean?
Wakaranai is I don't know. And wakana is more like casual. Then we say, wakana, sorry, wakana. Actually, it's wakaranai.
Yeah, you're really getting good at your Japanese.
I'm studying a lot. Ganbarimasu. My favorite number one snack would probably be some kind of onigiri. Because I think it's very nutritious because you have like rice and the tuna inside. It's very nutritious and it's very tasty and it's very inexpensive also. So
that's the triangle one.
Right? Yeah, I make them at home now too.
Oh yeah, I remember.
I bought Asian rice and Asian short grain rice.
That's what Japan does to you.
Yeah, that's what it did to me, bro.
Yeah.
But it does it to a lot of people too.
Yeah.
For me, it's been like a passive dream for a long time. But even my friends, there was one friend who came along with us, and he didn't really plan on going to Japan before I asked him to come with us. And his life, not his life, but his perspectives, I guess his life completely changed. You know, he really wants to come back someday to Japan too.
That's amazing. But it does, you know, when you travel to a totally different continent, it changes.
Well, I don't know. I think Japan is really special in that regard because I've been to the other place of like the other side of the world. I've been to the Dominican Republic, and it didn't do that to me. Like
Oh.
I enjoyed the place and stuff like that, but I didn't have like this deep, so like kind of sorrow type of feeling when I left it.
Mm-hmm.
Like the last 2 days in Japan, I was really emotional because I realized that I was gonna leave it.
Mm.
I made friends there. I really bonded with the, I prayed at temples and stuff like that. And I don't know, I really like immersed in it and it really did something with me. And now I really want to go back. But when I went to the Dominican Republic or Portugal or Italy, it didn't do that with me, or even Turkey. I don't know. I don't actively want to go back. But now in Japan, it's like, yeah, I really want to go back there.
It's a very unique country, and their culture is very different than the West.
Yeah.
I had the same feeling. Yeah, I really enjoyed Japan, especially more of the countryside. You know, outside the big cities, visiting temples, hiking. It's very peaceful.
Yeah.
Definitely.
What was your favorite place in Japan? I know it's a hard question.
One of the highlights is hiking, because I did a couple of hikes.
Where?
I did one in Tokyo, Kyoto, not Kyoto, Osaka and Nara.
You didn't hike in Kyoto?
I didn't have the time.
Like Fushimi Inari? That's a little hike.
The funny story is, so the day I was about to hike Kyoto, I went to the starting point of the hike. I was in Kyoto. My Airbnb was somewhere between Osaka and Kyoto.
Awesome.
But there was a misunderstanding, and apparently I had to check out that day. But I was already in Kyoto. Then the Airbnb host messaged me saying it's time to check out. I totally forgot it was the day to check out. I thought it was the next day. So I had to take the train back to my Airbnb and check out. So I couldn't do the last hike in Kyoto.
Damn. That's unfortunate because for me the best hikes were in Kyoto.
I've seen videos and it looks amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, bro. There's a lot of good hikes in Kyoto. I think the best one is the Fushimi Inari. It's some I don't know if that's considered Kyoto. I think so. It's just like a bottom right of the city. But yeah, you have a lot of good hikes. It's not really a big hike, but you also have I forgot the name of the temple. It's like the temple at the side of the city. It's not that far from the centrum. I forgot the name. Not far from Naninzeka or Ninanzeka. I forgot the name. So yeah, we should do that next time we go there.
We will make it happen.
Yeah.
We have to go back to Japan.
Oh yeah, bro. Definitely if you missed Kyoto, bro. I went there for 4 days. It doesn't seem like a lot, but yeah, from the 3 weeks we went to Japan, every 4 days we moved.
Oh.
That was very active.
So you have seen a lot of places.
I've seen a lot of places. I went to Tokyo, I went to Kanazawa, I went to Osaka, I went to Kyoto, I went to Nara, I went to Fuji Yoshida, I went to Hakone, I went to what more? And then inside of Tokyo, I also did a lot of different places like Asakusa, like Ginza, Shinjuku, Shibuya. Yeah, we chilled a bit in Minato area also. Akihabara I also did.
Minato, yeah.
Yeah, it's a bit where the Tokyo Tower is. And then I also went, at the side of where the Sky Tree is, Asakusa and Akihabara and not Ueno, but like things around there. It was so much. Yet it didn't always feel like we were rushing. It very rarely felt like we were rushing. Because as I told you before we turned this camera on, we planned everything in advance.
Right.
Like for 6 months, almost every week.
Mm-hmm.
And so when we went there, we knew exactly what was waiting for us. So we really got to enjoy every second of it without having to like stress about, oh, now we need to do this and then we need to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Were there days where you went off the plan, did something spontaneous?
Every day was spontaneous.
Mm.
Just the location was like, we chose the location beforehand.
I see, yeah.
But we just said like, oh, we can do this, this and that when we are there. But when we actually were there, we're like, all right, boys, what are we going to do?
Mm-hmm.
And we already had ideas because we had sketched all the ideas out. But it's not like we said, oh, we're going to go to this temple that day. We just said, those are the temples that are the most astonishing to go visit.
Mm.
And then when we woke up that day, we're like, all right, boys, what are you feeling like,
That's good.
Yeah, but the 2 guys I went with, honestly speaking, I don't think I could have chosen 2 better guys to go there with.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, especially like Nico. I mean, we've had our differences during the trip,
Uh-huh.
but for the planning and stuff like that, and I mean, my trip wouldn't have been as perfect if he wasn't with me, because he's like very like analytic, he looks at like things, oh, but we should consider this and that too.
I see, yeah.
Yeah, so he made also a big contribution to the planning of the trip and everything. So shout out
That's amazing.
to Nico. Yeah.
Right. Sometimes it's a risk going on trips with friends.
For sure. And I think we both felt that, we had our differences, and that's something you can't really calculate beforehand,
Mm-hmm.
like how a person is in different situations, but besides that, like it was no major things. It was absolutely incredible. We never had like a major dispute or something. Just small frictions that you would have with in a couple or in a relationship, kind of the same,
Yeah, right.
I don't think that with anyone it's different. If you go to a place with someone, yeah.
Okay. That's good to hear. When you find the right people, the trip is like 10
so
times
much
better.
yeah.
10 times
so
better.
much better.
It's really about the people you spend the time with.
Yeah, for sure. And then so we went with 3,
With
Nico and then Tiben. And Tiben is like the guy who's like, yeah, bro, I trust you, just figure it out, and I trust that you will, fix everything and stuff like he really trusted us with the thing. And I mean, that's the guy I said that, he wasn't really planning on anything until I asked him to go with us. And yeah,
That's
he
amazing.
loved it.
Now his perspective has probably changed.
Yeah, a lot, yeah. I don't know for Nico, I haven't talked to him a lot after the trip, because I think that we both had like the feeling of like maybe our temperaments aren't really like matching or whatever. I don't know. Like we just really didn't talk much after the trip.
I see.
But I think that for all 3 of us it was like a life-changing experience for sure.
What would you say are the top 3 highlights of Japan?
For me, like one of the first things I think about was Asakusa. For some reason, I really, really enjoyed the place, because it's like very different from the other places. Like there's really like temples in the middle of the city. I think it's Senso-ji. I think it's called Senso-ji.
I've heard about this one.
I forgot. I think it's Senso-ji. And it's like in the middle, and you can see Skytree from the temple. And so it's like a mix of like city vibe and temple, and that was incredible. You have like a lot of like restaurants, like cozy things, izakayas. I also met someone there, Rin, and Masamune, and one of the girlfriends of the guys, I think it was Ren's girlfriend, and we just went to a random izakaya, just talk a bit, sing karaoke.
Ah, okay.
There was only like kanji and hiragana, so I couldn't I could read hiragana back fluently at the time, but kanji I couldn't read, and also at the tempo of the speed of a song, I was like hella difficult. It was like no 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 no, and then like only the lyrics I knew from the song I could sing. So Asakusa, it's a very hard question you're asking me, honestly. But we also had a beautiful house in Fuji Yoshida, not very far from Fuji Q Highland, and we had a view on Mount Fuji, on the rooftop of the house.
Wow.
Oh yeah, that was definitely one of the highlights, because we would go with the car. We had a car. I had my two uncles that joined us by that time. My family, like,
Oh shit.
yeah, my two uncles just joined. They were like, "Oh, my nephew is going to Japan. He's like hyping us up. Fuck it,
Oh.
we're gonna go there too." And then they joined us, and we would go with the car, visiting temples and things, and like Hakone, like I said, we visited, and then we would come back to the house, go stop at a convenience store, take like all snacks, cup ramens, and we would like prepare our snacks in the house, and watch like we rewatched the movie of Jujutsu Kaisen, and we would just eat our snacks and just watch anime in Japan in the house, Fuji Yoshida.
It's a must.
Yeah, definitely got a lot of dopamine then. And then one of our other highlights, unrated highlight in my opinion, but Kanazawa, meeting Yoshi, Hokuto, his brother and the other people. We went to a karaoke bar there. That was definitely also one of the highlights. A lot of highlights, not three. Top three is difficult. Kyoto was very enjoyable.
Yeah.
We went to we had our hotel, and from our hotel we could see like a train rail, an abandoned train rail, but they had put like a super hype beast pink train on there. And we thought like it was maybe a Hello Kitty train, because you have like a Hello Kitty train in Japan. We thought it was there, but the train wasn't moving for hours. And then again, suddenly a lot of people started gathering in front of the train. And I was like, boys, I really want to go check what that is, because it was just right in front of our room, like not too far away. Pink train, people start gathering. I was like, that's good, let's go see what it was. And they actually they bought a abandoned train rail. They like cleaned it up. They put a train on there and it became a bar.
Oh, a bar.
An actual train became a bar. And it was like the opening evening, the first time. And you had like a lot of important people from Kyoto that went there. Sasom Yakuza also just chilling and stuff, gathering around.
Wow.
And just having a good time. And before we got accepted inside, she wouldn't actually let us in, because she said it's not really for tourists. Only Japanese were allowed inside. Only like important people, like very well dressed up. There were some young people, but you could see that they were probably like kids of some pretty important Japanese people, And I just explained, I just pointed my finger. I'm like, yeah, that's our room over there in the hotel. It was like a pretty good hotel. And I said like, I'm just trying to spend some money in your business, just trying to check out the place. I'm with my two friends here and just trying to check something out. And then she said, oh yeah, I'm just gonna ask the counter. And I think she probably figured that having like good looking foreigners who like behave well, who are like clean, not American, blah, 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 just clean guys trying to have a good time. I think she figured that it would be a good thing, a good image for all the important guests to have us there. And we hung out there, and it was really cool. And I met a guy, I forgot his name, Otawa Yamamoto or something like that.
Yamamoto.
And we talked about very deep things, actually in Japanese, but I used translator a lot because the words, I wouldn't know how to explain them. That was also a great time in Kyoto. a lot of things, a lot of memories. I don't know. Like it's hard to talk about that without making the whole podcast about Japan. You know, that's why I want to go back there to
Right.
just live and go back there.
This time you'll be fluent in Japanese.
I hope so. It will be difficult.
You're really serious about it.
Yeah, but I'm not. I'm barely N5 level maybe now. So N5 is considered to know some basic casual Japanese. N4 is to know basic casual Japanese. And then only at N3 you can say like, oh, I speak Japanese. You know, now I'm still beginner, you know, just learning the language.
Okay. Oh, is it hard to learn Japanese? They have 2 alphabets.
Three.
Three.
Actually. But actually, two of them, hiragana and katakana, are they just say the same thing. The ki, ga, ko, na. It's the same in both languages, but they just have different writing for it. And katakana is used for like more new words that don't have like kanji. You know. For like loan words from English. But yeah, the kanji is definitely the most difficult. I don't know if she was waffling, but the sensei who I'm teaching, who I'm learning from, in her book, she said there's 40,000 kanji, and 2,000 of them are like the most used. I'm not going to learn 40,000, but I'll focus on the 2,000. The Japanese Ministry of like Foreign Affairs have like defined 2,000 kanji that are considered to be known if you want to, you know, have a good level of Japanese, and that's the ones I'm focusing on. I think I only know 50 now.
50?
Yeah, but I only started studying seriously after exams,
I see, yeah.
which is 4 days ago or 3 days ago. So
No. I think you really have the genuine interest in learning Japanese and about their culture, so I think you'll get it fast.
I hope so.
For
I
sure.
hope so. I
It
just
is.
hope that not a lot of things keep on. That's my fault, you know. Uni, internships,
Right.
jobs.
Yeah, it's not that easy.
Mm.
But I think if it's important to you, you'll make time for it.
It is important to me. A lot of things are important to me.
Yeah. The history, Japan in general is so interesting, so unique. The samurai culture, their history also fascinates me. Something that I also want to learn. And when we go the next time,
Bro, that would be a dream to go with you, bro. Like, honestly
we have to make it
speaking,
happen.
Like, because with the friends I went with, it was really vacation. You know, it wasn't like trying to live there, trying to learn anything. Not. We did learn a lot, like about the culture, but it wasn't like trying to build ourselves and really try to like build our lives there. You know what I mean? It was just like enjoying it as vacation. I remember the first night in Ginza, I recorded a lot that day. And then I edited after the whole day spent, and I edited until almost 3 a.m. And they could hear like the and then my mouse clicks, and I could hear that Nico was like, you should try to enjoy your vacation and don't try to work as much. And honestly, like, I'm kind of glad that he said that, because maybe then I wouldn't have enjoyed as much. And then one day I just decided that I wouldn't film with my camera anymore, and I would just film with my phone and just try to enjoy as much as possible. Which, yeah, he was kind of right about that. I mean, if I would do that, like edit until 3 a.m. every day, then maybe, yeah, I wouldn't have like enough energy, because it's a lot of walking.
Oh yeah.
I had a time where like the skin on my feet were like completely, like absolutely like busted. Like I could like flip my skin of my foot like a book. Like, yeah, it was terrible. It was terrible. But that didn't change anything about the enjoyment, though. It was like,
It was worth it.
yeah, I don't know. This is like so personal. The experience I had in Japan, like it really touched me, and it's like I still have like some kind of piece of me that's left there that I have to go back, like a kid. I have like a kid in Japan, kind of metaphor that I need to go back to like visit it and make sure it's okay or whatever. You know what I mean? That's like the kind of sense, yeah, なんか something like that.
I think you might have scratched the surface, and the iceberg is way deeper. The culture of Japan, the history. So you want to dig deeper,
Yeah,
learn about it in a deeper
yeah,
way.
exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Really immerse into it.
Exactly. But if you ask me, like, what would I do in Japan? I really want to do exactly the same thing that I did, to be honest.
Oh, really?
Like, the same places, you know what I mean? Like, do the same things. Obviously, I would have to work a bit more and be a bit more productive, but all the places I visited there were, like, perfect, almost,
Is there other places you haven't visited that you
Yeah,
want to visit?
definitely. I didn't, as I said, I didn't do Nagano Prefecture and Gifu Prefecture, like in the central. Like I did the whole central circle, like Tokyo, Kanazawa, and then I went down to I think Kyoto first, Osaka, then I went to Nara, back to Kyoto, then we went down to Fuji Yoshida, and then we did a little bit of spinning there, Hakone and all the surrounding things, Fujikyo Highland, whatever. And then we went back to Tokyo. So I did the whole thing, but in the middle of the circle you have the beautiful Nagano Prefecture, with like Karuizawa and the Matsumoto, I think it's called. Matsumoto, like beautiful places. Takayama is also in there somewhere, maybe Gifu Prefecture or Nagano Prefecture, one of two. But it's beautiful. You have like these mountain like cities, kind of cities or like it's not really like cities, but like just
Smaller ones.
smaller villages, cities, onsen type of cities and villages.
In the mountains.
Yeah, I would love to
amazing.
visit that. That's something I really want to do. And then maybe if I get to stay really long, I would like to try Hokkaido and Kyushu. Hokkaido is the upper island, and Kyushu is the island all the way down with Fukuoka and others.
That's where Okinawa is also
No,
located.
Okinawa is like way below that. But if Japan is a banana,
Yeah.
then the bottom banana is Kyushu. It's where you have Fukuoka.
Okay.
It's like here, and then here you have like Hiroshima. You keep on going up. You have Kobe, and then you go up more. You have Tokyo and Osaka here.
Yeah.
Maybe I can just quickly show you on my phone, so you have like a rough idea. That's something I really want to go visit. But yeah, it's kind of far. So that's why I didn't do it. I mean, we already did a whole lot for only going there 3 weeks.
You covered the whole central part of Japan.
Yeah, like the outskirts of the central part. Yeah. So, see, it's like kind of a. So this is Hokkaido here.
I see.
And this is Kyushu
Mm-hmm.
here. So you have Fukuoka, Hiroshima, then you go up Okayama. And what I did was like the outskirts here, see?
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't go like actually in here. Nagano Prefecture, Gifu Prefecture. And you have like beautiful, beautiful places inside. Yeah. I would like to do that. If you enjoy me, if you join me, that would be an honor. Yeah, I really loved it. And then here you have like Sapporo.
Sapporo. Yeah. Where is Okinawa?
Okinawa is like all the way here. No, that's not it. It's here somewhere. I need to turn on my internet so it's kanji. But one of these,
These small islands.
yeah.
Okay, okay.
See, Okinawa is this one.
Yeah. It's like middle of nowhere.
Between Taiwan and Japan.
Something that I want to visit.
Oh, yeah. Apparently, Okinawa is very underrated. Like, very, very underrated. Apparently, you have nice places there.
Yes. As you know, I read the book Ikigai,
Mm.
and Okinawans, the centenarians, people who live longer than 100 years. It's crazy. Most of them live there, and yeah, I want to visit that place, see how people live there, learn
If we are
from.
in Japan, we can take a plane there.
I would love to do that.
Oh yeah, me
Another-
too.
Yeah, Okinawa.
Yeah. I would really love to go to Okinawa. Mm.
Another place, a location, is the cave where Miyamoto Musashi wrote his book, the Book of Fire Rings.
どこですか?
どこですか?
Where is it?
It's somewhere at the end of at the tail of Japan, where you just showed me.
Kyushu.
Somewhere there, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I quickly looked it up. Yeah, something I really want to visit. Miyamoto Musashi.
There's a lot of like beautiful places. Even the guy who wrote the two guys who wrote the book.
The Courage to be Disliked.
They're also, I think it's Kansai region, so Osaka and Kyoto. I think they are from Kansai region. I think Kobe, Kyoto, Osaka. I think so. Yeah, they're also from there. A lot of good philosophers from Japan.
Yeah. The culture, even the philosophy, is something I'm really interested in.
Oh yeah.
In Japan.
Mm.
There's a lot of things we can learn from Japan.
Yeah, and it's also all the subconscious things around that. Also, being in the other side of the world, like you have a sense of change, new life, a sense of a new life. Like, I was thinking one day, not too long ago, like, if like heaven existed, for me it wouldn't be too much different from what I experienced in Japan. Honestly speaking. Like not having to worry about money, not having to worry about anything, enjoying every day, visiting and learning new things. That's honestly like what heaven would look like for my conscious being right now, for real.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure. I don't think I have to wait until I die to go to heaven, you know. If I just work hard, and maybe I can go back there and live there and
It's a very peaceful place and very respectful people there.
and there will always be people that say, yeah, but it has its own problems there and stuff like that.
Of course.
That's everywhere though, because as long as you have people being people walking around, you will always have problems. Just like anyone has problems in his own house, you know. That's a part of the thing. And again, like we said before, you wouldn't be able to enjoy joy or to enjoy the good things if it weren't for the bad things existing. Like by definition, it wouldn't be possible. Wouldn't exist. So you have to have bad things in order to enjoy the good things, you know.
True. I agree. Sometimes it's necessary to go through the hard times to appreciate the good times.
100%. 100%.
Talking about that, how was the last couple of months been here?
Yeah, for the people, it's been tough for sure. Yeah, as we talked about this many times. Also, when he was back in Bali, on the phone, on calls, we would talk about this a lot because you know I'm going through like a tough time recently because I'm pushing myself a lot to my limits, working harder every single day, trying to figure out, you know, there's also always two things I say in my prayers. So I'm a Muslim, so I pray according to their standards, and we have a section in the prayer which is called sujud, and that's when you have your head on the ground, and you kind of like can ask God for anything, or you can ask for forgiveness and there are always two things in every single prayer I do that I ask for, and that's I want to become a multimillionaire before 25, and I want to figure out how to do that before the end of my academic year, which only gives me like 4 to 5 months left, and I still haven't figured out exactly how to do all that yet. So that being said, there's a lot of pressure to make that happen, because 90% of the people watching and hearing that would think I'm insane to try to make that work, and actually being like serious about that. But yeah, I do believe that it's possible, and I do believe that I can do it, but there's definitely a lot of pressure on me, and when you take that seriously and you try every single day to make that work, it can be very heavy. And I've been doing it for, praying like that for like quite a while now. And recently, it's just been tough, because if I had all the time in the world to make that happen and make that trying to make that work, it would be a bit more evident. But you mustn't forget I'm also a master's student in uni, and I did take the most difficult specialization I could have chosen for. And that's also adding a lot of pressure to the story, right? So yeah, just it's been difficult, but I'm trying my best for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I think no one else but myself is like no one else but myself is like telling myself that I need to do more and more. In the eyes of every single one that sees what I'm doing is like, you're doing fine. Don't try to stress about it too much. I mean, if you work like this, evidently something will happen. That's great. But for me, it's never enough, because I don't see the results yet. So I think like there's always something I can do better. And for me, that's a fact. There's always something I can do better.
Mm-hmm.
But living like that it's dangerous. You have to be careful, I think, when you live like that, because you can really like make yourself a bit crazy.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I've been doing.
Right.
How I've been doing. Yeah. My mom, once, like a week ago or 2 weeks ago, I posted a video online about me like a bit like ranting about my performance for an exam that wasn't too good, and I was like really beating myself up for it. And my mom stumbled across the video, and she came in my room and she was crying, and she was like, you're doing good, you don't have to worry about so much. And it made me feel like really weird, because I wasn't expecting to be confronted about that so much, because I live in my own world. I have like a whole ecosystem of like me trying to work, and then I have like my own sensei who's like continuously like with a wooden like stick, like that's what you need to do better, and that's what you need to do better. And then suddenly my mom came in that world, and she said like, oh, you don't have to worry too much. And that made me feel like really weird. She was a bit emotional. Maybe she was like, because she maybe didn't do enough or something, that I'm worrying about building my future. Maybe that's what it was, because she was worried about maybe I didn't do my job properly. But I think even if I would have the richest parents in the world, I'm my own like kind of, I really live in my own world in that sense of trying to become better and better and changing the world in something. Ever since I was a kid, not even just the last couple of months, but ever since I remember when I was like 8 years old, I always wanted to become a prophet.
A prophet.
Yeah, like a prophet, like
Interesting.
trying to bring God to like people and stuff, and trying to like pour some hope in people and tell them that God exists and that everything will be fine and stuff like that. That's like when I was like 6 or 8 years old, for real. Like I've always been like deeply spiritual and religious. So now growing up, it's changed into becoming like the best like entrepreneur that I can be, and be like a genuinely good entrepreneur, like a impact entrepreneur. But yeah, whenever like obviously you can see it. I'm not it yet, and that's why I have so much pressure. Maybe I'll never become an entrepreneur, but I'm definitely trying my best to make that work for me. Well, and again, saying that always sounds weird in my own head, because I have this psychology of, yeah, but you're not doing enough yet for it every day. See, that's, yeah, I think people get it, they get it. I think a lot of people have had this for a shorter period of time. That's just how I've been doing it, I think.
Yes, totally understand that.
Yeah.
I think your mom really does care about you.
Yeah, of course.
She wants you to be happy.
Yeah.
Not always beat yourself up. And I think it's important to sometimes look back and see how far you have come, to appreciate how far you have come, but still have this hunger to keep moving forward. I think there's a balance there.
It's definitely hard to enjoy where you are because of social media, I feel like. Because you always have someone that has more,
Comparison is the thief of joy.
Yeah, but the thief of joy is also the one who's going to drive you to success. I feel like if you try to chase joyfulness all the time, you won't accomplish as much, I think. Obviously, there's a balance there to be found, but I feel like the thief of joy hasn't always been a bad guy for me, Like, if I would chase joy all the time, I mean, I would probably be where I was 4 to 5 years ago, and that wasn't a very good place, if you understand.
Yes, yeah. Sometimes, comparing yourself with someone who's doing better, it can be the motivation to work harder.
Yeah,
That's
it
true.
can be
If
a
it's a healthy
thing, right?
level.
It can be a healthy thing, like looking up at Ronaldo as a football player, as a kid.
Yeah, it's very inspiring. It's true. Well, Seneca probably means if it's giving you a negative effect, feeling like you're not enough, feeling like
Yeah.
all the bad negative emotions, then it's not too good to compare.
Yes.
But if it's giving you motivation to work harder, to become a better person, it's a good thing to compare yourself. I think, yeah, most of the things in life is just your perspective, how you look at it.
Yeah.
That makes the whole difference.
Yeah. It's really a matter of finding your own way through the jungle, I think.
Yes, there is no one right way of getting to the top.
Yeah, that's
whatever
true.
goal you have. So whatever feels right, I think you should go for that.
Yeah.
And you cannot expect everyone to fully understand you.
100%.
Right? They are not you. They don't have the similar mindset or the same experience completely as you. So I think it's also important to learn that not everyone will understand you fully.
100%.
So I think it's important to just be okay with being misunderstood sometimes. And that way it gives you a peace of mind. Instead of trying to convince everyone that you are right.
Yeah.
It's just be okay with being misunderstood and just do your own thing. All right? I tell my parents or my mom, I don't want to do the traditional path, go the traditional way, listen to my mom. It's being a little bit selfish. But I say, if let's say I go to college, find a normal job, and what if I get depressed? I might put the blame on you. But what if, that's why I want to take my own path, and even if it doesn't work out, I will blame myself. It will be my own fault, not the fault. I wouldn't put the blame on someone else. So that's why sometimes I do feel like I'm selfish in
Yeah.
that way.
Then again, there isn't really a blame to be put on anyone because they are humans just like we are, right? And when they are saying that, especially when they are people who deeply care about you, it's because they don't know any better than that. Because they haven't seen for themselves that going the authentic route can really be something that's financially rewarding. So there isn't really like a blame that can be put on them. I think that's maybe not the right way of thinking about it, but yeah, they're saying that because they think they want the best for you, and they think that, oh yeah, from their life experiences, I mean, especially our parents have had a lot of years lived, they just think that that's the best way
Right.
to go about things. But because we have grown up seeing other people, like on social media, you really see that the people who really make it big are the people who took that authentic route. Like a lot of them didn't even go to college, like Elon Musk and Steve Jobs and stuff like that. So
Right.
we've seen that. We understand that if you really want to make it, yeah, a degree is not gonna bring you there. But they didn't grow up in that. Like, I mean, my dad didn't have a colored TV up until he was, yeah, I don't know. I'm just guessing, but up until he was maybe 13 or 12. But he he didn't have the social media and stuff like we had. So understanding that, I mean, we are but animals that have gone through things, experienced things, and have consciousness. So obviously, I do understand the feeling of putting the blame, but what is there to blame? Being human, you know? So if your
Right.
mom says that, I mean, it's purely just because she loves you, but I do understand what what you mean with that.
Yeah, I totally understand it.
Yeah.
And it was a couple of years ago. Now I'm a bit wiser, so I can truly understand my mom, and she's been the best supporter a mom can be. She's the best in the world. I'm truly grateful, and something I want to pay her back. Give her the best life and show her that it is possible. I want to make her proud. This is my biggest why, to make her proud. So I totally understand. Not everybody will understand you fully, and they don't have the knowledge that we have because of social media and everything online. What is possible, and they didn't experience that, so
Yeah, the
they just
people,
want the best for you.
exactly. I think the people that went the route of like not going to college were always the people not doing good in their lives. They were always the people ending up, working in, yeah, I'm sorry, I don't really have like a good example, but working in construction or working in a restaurant or something, and just, even though, yeah, we have to make assumptions to make a conversation work, but they've seen it through their lives that the people who don't go the college or university route always end up with worse lives. While what we have seen are people that don't go to university and work really hard are the ones who make it better.
Mm.
You know, it's
Right.
really in essence a difference in zeitgeist. Like the spirit of times is just different for our times and their times, and it changes. So
Yes.
obviously there will be miscommunications and misunderstandings. But yeah, you did grow wiser and you do understand. That's a power to. That's very good to have
Yes.
that.
I feel privileged that we are living in this modern age with all the opportunities.
Mm.
We have the opportunity to truly go after what we truly want. Compared to our parents, they didn't have this opportunity. They had to take care of us, and my parents has gone through a lot of hard times, and I'm really grateful for that. So I don't want to waste this opportunity that we got from them, because of them. I want to make the most of it, achieve my goals and dreams, and give them the best life. So that's my biggest motivation, my biggest why.
Yeah.
What is your biggest why? That like really drives you, because I know you are really ambitious.
Yeah.
There's this drive inside you. So because that's why I'm just wondering what that is for you.
What drives me? As I said, like I grew up poor, you know, and that might come to like a hit to some people, but I was born in one of the richest cities in Belgium. One of the richest cities in Belgium. I mean, for everyone who knows where I'm from, they know like, ah, yeah, he's from that city. He must be rich. But I grew up at the poor side of the city. You know, my dad came in from Morocco to Belgium. He didn't have anything. And he married my mom. Suddenly he had, you know, kids to take care of. And, you know, that's tough. You know, nothing to blame there. Hard worker, as a real man. But I grew up poor in one of the richest cities of the countries. All my friends had more money than me. You know, they had their dads would pick them up in like a fancy Porsche or whatever. And I always had the sense that I'm less than them because they had more than I had. And I was like, it's deep rooted in you when you grow up as a kid, you know. You know, I wouldn't be able to afford things that they would afford. And I wouldn't be a part of their group because, you know, they were like going on like ski vacations and stuff like that, financed by their parents. And I really didn't get the opportunity to do those things. So I always like grew up with a deep envy for being rich, for becoming rich. And now it's evolved in the need to just have freedom. Like, I don't want to be limited of like my situation. I don't want to accept like the book we are reading, The Courage to be Disliked. There's like two different psychologies. And instead of like blaming who I am because of what happened, I really like grew up in everything that is in my life, everything that is as it is in my life is because of me, everything. So if I want to have freedom, I have to work for it. I have to become financially independent and location independent. If I want something, look, I didn't ask for life. I really didn't ask for it. I just got put here and I have to play the role. That being said, I want to be able to do what I want to do, you know, because I didn't ask for this, honestly speaking. And if it's not for living a life I want to live, I don't want to have it, you know. You can have it. But I truly believe that I can have anything I want. So that's the drive. It's really an existential rooting. Yeah. If I could see blank on paper installed in my brain like a software that I couldn't have what I want in life, I would end my life like quickly. But I truly believe that I can get anything I want if I work hard for it. And that's why I'm alive and I do these things. It's not so much outwardly of, yes, I did promise my dad since I was 12 of buying him a sports car, but it's much more just
internal.
Just in myself. I don't need to pay anyone back, even though my dad would be disappointed if I don't do he wouldn't really be disappointed, but he would say, oh, you did say that when you were 12, but it's not really about that, you know.
No.
He'll find a way, you know. He's worked and stuff. He'll, you know, I know I don't have to worry about my parents, you know, even though I want to do that, but it's much more just a struggle for meaning or something, like a challenge of meaning. Like, I really don't want to live if it is to not have the life I want. And I'm willing to give everything for that. I've been giving everything for that. If you ask me what I do day to day, bro, I only do like working things, studying, or like recording something, learning another thing, sending mails to institutions, trying to make things work, getting documents, collecting documents like certificates of like passing exams, and that's all there is to it. And it's been like that for a while now. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's my why. I don't think there could be a stronger why than that for me, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
I literally wouldn't want my life if it weren't for this path.
I see. You really want the freedom
I
to do whatever you want, with whoever you want, wherever you want. This
because
freedom.
spiritually I do believe that what I want is one of the healthiest things a human could want. Just a need to show people what is possible, to I don't
Yeah.
know, to like connect with the creator of everything, to discover, to like really go on an adventure. I think there is no more beautiful life than that.
Yes.
Uh,
I think.
see what's possible and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Mm.
I think it will also inspire a lot of young people to really go for it, and show them like what is possible if you really work hard for it, if you're serious about it. I think it's a good pursuit.
Mm.
I think a lot of younger generation they need like a role model, someone who they can look up to.
Everyone should, yeah, they need that for sure.
Yeah.
Because there's too much bad examples out there as well, you know.
I agree.
Mm.
It's good.
There always needs to be a balanced
Mm-hmm.
picture then.
You're correct. I feel like we do need more like
Good examples.
good role models. Yes.
There would be a lot less crime and stuff like that if there were more
Right.
examples. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because, I mean, obviously, if you grow up in the Bronx and your dad's rarely been there, and then you get to replace those figures with other people that are around you, well, yeah, you'll grow up tough. You know, you'll grow up with, like, workarounds installed in your brain that are just, objectively speaking, very destructive for the options you would have, and to, you know, shape your future as how you would want it.
I think that's why a good thing about the modern age and social media is that you can find your role model online if you don't have the privilege or the luxury to find it in real life.
Mm-hmm.
You can find them online. That's how I find my role models. It's mostly online. The podcasts I listen to,
Yeah.
there are some amazing people on there, and I've learned a lot over the years
Mm.
just by listening to them, taking advice from them, and then applying it. Or reading books. You can find role models
A good
in
book
books.
can change your life.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
What are books that change your life the most? Because obviously all books have an influence.
look up to Marcus Aurelius.
Meditations, the book? Or
Not necessarily from the book, because I haven't finished the book yet. But I've learned and listened a lot about Marcus Aurelius, so I have an idea of how he is as a person.
oh yeah, you kind of have like simulated how he would think and stuff.
Yeah. Mostly, I would say from the past. People like Bruce Lee, I really look up to. Some from anime. Growing up, I've gotten a lot of inspiration and life lessons from anime.
Really?
Yeah, I think
Like Naruto or something?
I would say mainly Naruto.
Interesting. I haven't watched the thing, so I can't really relate. But I've heard a lot of people that have watched it are like very like, was one of the best. No, it's the best. It's the best. Whatever.
I think it was the most impactful anime.
Wow.
Growing up, think about Naruto, Rock Lee, him having a handicap because he just has his taijutsu, and he cannot do any ninjutsu.
Yeah. It's the guy with the
genjutsu.
coconut cut.
It's like Bruce Lee.
Yeah.
They took inspiration from Bruce Lee.
With like the band-aids on his legs or whatever. Or on his hands.
Leg weights.
Yeah. I can see it in front of me. Yeah,
But
I know who he is.
I remember making a YouTube video. If you go through the YouTube channel, you will find a video of me talking about what I learned from Rock Lee.
Mm.
It's very inspiring. You know, he showed everyone that with hard work and dedication, you can become a really strong ninja.
Mm.
Even though you don't have ninjutsu or genjutsu, only with that taijutsu. And he used those handicaps as an advantage because he fully focused on what he had was his taijutsu, and he mastered it, and he showed everyone how strong he was. Well, very inspiring. It's very memorable. I would never forget that.
Yeah.
So a lot of things from the past, from people from our history, and from the current day. I really look up to Chris Williamson. I would say 80-90% of the content I consume is his podcast.
Wow, really? That's surprising.
Modern Wisdom is my favorite podcast. I can say that.
But you watch every episode, don't you?
Not every episode, because he does 3 episodes per week.
Oh, that's good volume.
It's very inspiring. I've been thinking about this because I want to restart my podcast journey. I think this is something the one thing that I want to fully focus on moving forward. And I've been listening to his podcast, and I went through his first couple of episodes. He just had I think it was a camera from his phone, and he had the Blue Yeti mic.
Oh wow, Blue Yeti mic, like the white bowl thing?
The audio isn't the best.
All the OGs know the Blue Yeti mic.
Blue Yeti. I had it also like a couple of years ago.
I almost bought it like a couple of 10 maybe fucking 10 years ago, bro. Blue Yeti was around like OG days.
Yeah. It's very inspiring. And for the first how many episodes, I don't know how many episodes he did just with that. And now he's the 8th biggest podcast in the world. Yeah,
but some are inflated. I think he's more closely to like top 5.
For me, it's top 1, but yeah.
Yeah, some of I've seen the lists, and some are really inflated.
Possibly.
For some reason, like.
Yeah.
Nah, that's weird. Joe Rogan deserves top 1 for sure. For sure. Bro, the character, the things, nah.
He's been in this game for more than a decade.
Bro, yeah.
It's crazy.
One of the most beautiful things on our planet is Joe Rogan podcast,
He's
for real.
Been doing it for a long time.
Yeah.
And he's really good at asking questions, and he has a broader knowledge about a lot of things. Yeah. That's how good he is. I mean, if you put in the reps of making more than 2,000 episodes, obviously you'll get good at it. That really inspires. I use it as a motivation that if you put in a lot of reps, eventually you will get good at whatever you're doing.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's very inspiring. Like Chris Williamson, Modern Wisdom, I would highly recommend if you have genuine interest in like self-improvement, psychology, philosophy, like deeper conversations. For me, it's the best podcast. So yeah, I'm taking a lot of inspiration from Chris Williamson. It would be a dream, I'm just going to say it now, to have him on my podcast.
Oh yeah, sure, go for it, yeah.
That would be
if you work hard, you can make that happen within 2-3 years.
Possibly.
Yeah, that's possible.
Yeah. So I would say, yeah, those people. What about you?
Who? Most influential people?
Yeah, from the past, current.
Yeah, number 1 is like, I don't really watch or listen to him anymore, but Jordan Peterson has absolutely pivoted my life. Yeah. No, he has changed like I think I started watching Jordan Peterson when I was 18, so about 5 or 6 years ago. He really like just made me take another exit on the highway or something, like a whole different path.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's like probably number one. Not that I watch him anymore, you know. I still read his books and stuff like that, but I don't really watch him anymore. But he was definitely, yeah. His book, 12 Rules for Life, is one of the biggest influences of books and of persons, you know.
Mm-hmm.
That was one of the most like influencing things. Other people than that. Recently, last year, it's been Goggins, a lot of David Goggins. I'm reading his book right now also.
Yeah. What do you like about David Goggins?
He really shows the world what's possible, you know.
Mm.
If like, because I'm not sure if all the peoples of the myths and stuff like that have existed, of like guys who are like 4 meters tall and super buffed and would fight with dinosaurs or stuff like that. Like, I don't know if that existed, but David Goggins exists, and he has done insane things.
Yes.
Like running 2 days in a row, like do like 200-kilometer runs in one go, and like all these crazy things. You know, you can really get a grasp at how crazy he was when Israel Adesanya
Oh yeah, I've seen
did the
that
workout with him,
clips.
and like he was barely having a hard time, was just walking apart, but Israel Adesanya, like he was like collapsing,
Puking and
and he's
everything.
also one of the toughest guys of his age we have on our planet.
Mm-hmm.
Like David Goggins is really one of the toughest men that have existed for the last 300 years. So watching him is really like, I know I can do better than what I do now because he exists.
Mm.
You know what I mean? He has 2 lungs, 1 brain, 1 heart. I have that, and I'm not doing what he's doing. So I know I can do more.
Mm-hmm.
As long as he exists, I know I can do more. You know, I'll be
Yeah.
very sad if he passes away. So David Goggins too,
David Goggins.
and then all entrepreneurial figures like Elon Musk.
Elon Musk.
Elon Musk, I look up to Elon Musk. Bezos, or other smaller entrepreneurs, you know, local entrepreneurs, like, or just politics that have character, you know, like Bart de Wever, the one from Belgium. I really look up to the way he speaks and the way he explains things, and like all these like men who are like really like working on a meaningful path, and you know, live lives of like purpose and meaning, and
Mm-hmm.
really work towards an image. Yeah, I look up to all of them, all of those figures, but especially Elon Musk. I really look up to him. You know, his work ethic, and yeah,
Yeah, he's one in a century or one in a generation type of entrepreneur.
more than a generation. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, he has done some amazing things.
Yeah,
Yeah, and the amount of risk he took is crazy.
yeah. I really look up to people like that. You know, that just show what's possible with with your limbs and with your brain.
Yeah.
I really look up to those kind of people. Yeah, they influence me greatly.
Mm. And have you thought about which direction you want to go to reach the goal that you have before 2025?
That's number 2 of every
before
single
you're
prayer.
25.
That's my second. As I think I said it like about 40 minutes ago. There's always 2 things in my prayers. The first one is becoming a multimillionaire before 25, and the second one is figuring out how before the end of this academic semester. I want to know my vehicle. I want to have the business before the end of this semester. That's what I've been praying for at least for the start of August, maybe July. So it's been a couple of months, 7 months, 8 months.
And how have you been trying to figure it out?
Trying things out. I've built an app. I've launched a Shopify store. I've tried trading, paper trading. I wasn't confident enough to put the real money on the game. I mean, I did trade last year, but then after what happened there, I knew like, okay, I'm gonna train first before I do it for real again. I lost 2K in one night, and as a student, that hurts a lot, you know. Was money that I saved up to pay for my loan, for my dorm loan, for my dorm, not loan, but for my dorm, like rent.
Right. Yeah.
So that hurt a lot because then I had to start working during uni just to make that 2K back. It was kind of like a buffer, so I didn't really need the 2K, but I was going to use it to pay for my Japan trip. Suddenly I didn't have the 2K anymore, and I had to start working on my break time. So yeah, it's been a while since I've been praying for that and trying things out. I've tried Amazon KDP also, launched a journal notebook.
Right.
I butchered that. That was like a really stupid thing that I tried, you know. Instead of just designing the interior, I just designed a picture and I printed the picture of the design. That was fucking stupid. Because when I got the book, and I opened it up, it was like, you could see it was a picture and it wasn't on the actual paper. That was like so stupid.
I mean, it's a learning lesson, bro.
Why didn't they send me an email on that? Because you have to send your thing in and they have to check it. What kind of stupid guy at Amazon looked at that and said like, oh, that's a good design. That's a good interior. Yeah, we passed that. Yeah, that's good. It was pictures. When I saw it, I was like, no, that's not what I want. So yeah, I quit my Shopify store, my app. I launched my app recently in like closed testing, but you need 12 testers and before it can actually go on the App Store. I haven't quit that. I'll probably finish that.
Okay.
And put that on because I need that app. It's a Japanese language learning app and it's very good, but I recently got feedback and the learning technique was like a flashcard oriented technique. And I learn with flashcards to memorize things, but not all people use flashcards. So I'm going to try and integrate more types of learning techniques in there and relaunch.
That's an exciting project.
Yeah, but it's sometimes tough to make the difference between a project that will make the vehicle towards my future and a project that's just a hobby for me. That's difficult.
Because you have a deadline.
Sorry, these are really good.
They are really good.
Mm-hmm.
If you're Tibetan, you know. Kapse is like one of the best snacks. I was thinking about, you having urgency now. You have a deadline by 25, becoming a multimillionaire. I feel like it's a double-edged sword. Yeah, it creates urgency, so you will take quicker actions. But it also, you might make the wrong decisions because you're in a hurry. Because there is no room for being patient. Because there's a deadline. So, I'm not sure.
Whatever goal you have, you'll always make mistakes anyways.
Of course, yeah.
I don't think there's a way around making mistakes.
No.
Sadly speaking. I would love to not make mistakes and do exactly the right thing every second of the day. If I had to sit like this to like better my back and then have a healthier life and then, have a better throw in some match I'll have in 2029 or whatever. I would do, if I knew what I had to do every single second of the day, bro. I tell God, you can have my life. I don't care. You can have it. Just tell me exactly what I need to do every second of the day to get that freedom, and I'll give you every second, everything. I'll give it to you. I don't want it. You can have it. Just give me the freedom in return in X amount of years. But yeah, you have to.
So
make
are
mistakes.
you saying you would want to know each and every step you have to take to get to your goal?
100%. I think that if I would know exactly what I have to do, to get there as fast as possible. If you tell me I can become a multimillionaire in 3 years, I'll do everything you tell me I have to do. Besides, like, obviously, like, ridiculous stuff.
If
like,
it's guaranteed.
if it's guaranteed. If you tell me, like, you need to do this and that, like, not like ridiculous stuff, like, suck some kind of dick or something, or like kill someone, obviously not. But like, you need to do this business model. Yeah, please be rational, obviously, when we talk about these things. Like, I wouldn't like start a condom selling business. Maybe I would actually do that, but not like too crazy stuff. Just, I would like to do exactly like the right things. That's something I do care about.
Do you think it then, if you know all the steps and it's guaranteed, it takes out, like, I don't know, the excitement or feeling like it's valuable or like this? It's exciting to me because I don't know if it's ever going to work out, or it's not guaranteed. That's why I stay excited about it, enthusiastic about it. If I knew each and every step and if the result is guaranteed, I don't know if I would be this excited or passionate about it. So that's what I was wondering. Would I want to know each and every step and know that it's 100% guaranteed?
But I'm willing to sacrifice, Like, I wouldn't want to do that for the rest of my life. Obviously, I told you, if I have to live like this, like I'm living right now for 7 years,
Yeah.
I'll hand my resignation singing paper like sooner, bro. I don't need it. But if I can like sacrifice right now for having that freedom in a couple of years, then yeah, I would do it. I would sacrifice. I am sacrificing right now without even knowing if it's gonna work out,
Yes.
So it's just very painful. It would be a relief to like have to know that it's gonna work out,
No, I totally understand that.
Yeah.
What did Alex Hormozy said?
Directionally correctness, or
I meant the quote of put in so much volume that it would be unreasonable that
yeah.
you would make it.
I'm not there yet. I know I can do more volume.
If you keep going, either you'll die or you will make it.
For sure. Yeah.
I know it sounds extreme.
No, but it is
having
really
this
extreme,
mindset.
though. It is really extreme, though. No, it is really extreme. Sometimes you really do get it in danger if you like work. If you average like, obviously I'm not Elon Musk. For me, working 12 to 13 hours a day is not normal. For me, it's really tough because 4 years ago I was a total dweeb, And for me to do those things, it's really tough because I haven't evolved into that person. I'm not Elon Musk yet. It's not normal for me to work that hard on something that's not guaranteed, and I don't really have an experience in that psychological state. So for me, it does get a bit dangerous sometimes because I really get confused and I really get emotional, and so it's really like, yeah, or you die trying or you become successful, and you get to have a bit of relief and maybe slow a bit down, or just become that person who has overcome all these difficulties and who can just handle that,
Okay. From my experience, this is how I think, not in an extreme way. I think, or I've been thinking from the start of my journey, either I will make it or I'll die trying. And I have peace with that. Like, I might never make it. I might die as a, quote unquote failure. but I would be happy. I would have peace because I gave it my all, and I lived my life in my own terms, took my own path, and that gives me peace, and that gives me the drive or the motivation to keep going. Even though I mentioned it, I'm far way, how do you say it? Far away from where I want to be, but still, it gives me the motivation to keep going.
I'm sure that as I age, I'll probably evolve into some kind of state like that. But as I mentioned before, I really wouldn't want to have my life if I knew that I could achieve and have what I want. You know what I mean? So I'll probably evolve into a more like if I keep on like thinking that way, I'll grow tired of it. You know, I'll grow tired of always having to push and force my way through having what I want. You know, one day I'll realize that it's really not worth it. You know, I understand that. You know, there are a lot of millionaires who are unhappy and stuff like that, and I'm wise enough to see that and analyze that and think about that.
Yeah,
But,
I like that about you. Honestly, you do really reflect
yeah.
on how you think and what actions you take, the actions you have taken, and readjust, your path. I respect that. Most people that I have interacted with, they aren't that self-aware of the mistakes they are making. But with you, from the first time we met, till now, I've realized it. I thought about it. Like, you are really self-aware, and you do like really journal and reflect on how you are doing, how you are thinking, and that is a unfair advantage, I would say, of to reach your goals.
Yeah.
That not a lot of people has.
That again is like talking about double-edged swords. That's really also the thing that makes me suffer much more deeply than other people.
You feel things deeply.
Yeah, I don't think a lot of people are so emotional like I am, thinking about like really existential things. Like, I really think outside of my eyes. I don't know how to explain that better, but it's like sometimes I really like think about the structure of the world and everything, and sometimes I can really like think of how unfair certain things are, you know. And I don't think people go that far in thinking. I think their brains would feel like some kind of tiredness, and then they would just quit the idea. And because obviously nothing happens of thought alone, so it's not really a productive thing to do, to overthink and think deeply about something. But I don't know, my brain tends to sometimes like really think things as deeply as it can to try to understand things fundamentally, and sometimes there's a lot of suffering that comes with trying to understand the meaning behind things, because they are so complex, and you kind of get confused and frustrated about things being the way they are, because you can't understand why they are the way they are. But what helps me there is just believing in God, in someone that's much smarter than I am, and having faith in the fact that he knows what he's doing, and I don't have to worry always too much about the complexity of life. Yeah, but I'm human, so sometimes I'm aware of my faith, and yeah, it gets really tough, like really tough sometimes. Yeah.
I can totally understand that.
Yeah.
Feeling things really deeply.
Oh yeah.
And so you're saying you trust God, and that way
I don't kill
decrease
myself.
the
That way I don't kill myself.
have a bit more peace.
Yeah.
I don't fully remember the thing that Chris Williamson mentioned. He said he has been to a seminar of Jordan Peterson,
Mm.
and there was a guy who asked similar questions. Like, I don't know the exact word, but he was someone who thinks deeply, and
Didn't you send that to me?
I might have, yeah.
No, but it was about something else, I think.
Yeah, he was just asking for advice on how to deal with, the struggle of being a deep thinker.
Mm.
And I'm not exactly sure. I think he said use it, the gargle the toxic so much that it becomes what's the thing? Not an antidote, but he just says you have to just go through it.
Yeah, that's true. I understand. You have to go through it.
Yes, and find a way to use it as an advantage, because we have so little of people who are deep thinkers.
Mm.
We need more of that.
Mm.
Now it's just you having to find out how to use it as an advantage.
I think once I get used to this, it will definitely be an advantage.
Mm-hmm. I would think so, yeah.
Yeah, because no one wants to live that way,
Yeah.
you know. But you can't live on that level of life without being used to all the pain and all the pressure and stuff like that. Like you have to like grow like tougher skin, tougher things, tougher muscles, and yeah. If I would give you a 200 kg barbell, it would crush you. Like obviously you have to train and become stronger and become that person who can lift that stuff. So there's no way else than training yourself to become better and smarter and endure more.
Mm.
I don't think there's another way than suffering. Well, yeah, you have to go through it a bit,
Yes.
For anyone, in any kind of level of life, you have to go through it to become better.
Right. That builds character. How I think about it is, I am looking back, I'm grateful with all the hard times I've been through, all the challenges I've faced,
Yeah.
because otherwise it wouldn't have built this character that I have now. If the life was easy, if everything came to me easily, you don't build character without that. So sometimes it is necessary to go through hard times and suffer a little bit. So
I feel I can't help but think about like the fact that for people who like think really, really deeply, they go through so much like unnecessary suffering. You know what I mean? Like if I would just not think about those things and think about like a series I just watched, then I wouldn't have to suffer. You don't have to think about those things. So that's why it made me laugh when you said, "Oh, that's an unfair advantage." Because like, yeah, but I go through so much unnecessary like suffering. Like I could sit behind my desk and so I would think about things and I start crying. Like you don't need that. You can just go downstairs, grab a coffee, chill, bro. Like you don't need to do that. But
interesting.
so it has like advantages, but it has like unnecessary disadvantages. You know what I mean?
Would you say the same to someone who goes to the gym? That it's unnecessary, and he can just chill there and not suffer, put your body through this training.
Yeah.
That's how you build a good physique, a stronger physique.
Yeah, for sure.
Putting it
I understand what you're getting at.
right?
Yeah, of course. But it's not necessary to go to the gym. You know what I mean?
It's not necessary, no.
Like to be a good person, it's necessary. But to live a life, it's not necessary.
Right?
To be the animals we are, we don't need to do those things.
Yeah.
But obviously, we have our ambitious being, and then we put ourselves deliberately through those things.
Yes.
Obviously, your example was a much more evident one, to go to the gym and you get in shape, you get more healthy, you don't be obese, so it doesn't like it doesn't like limit your physical abilities and stuff like that, but you don't need to think on that level. Like you can just think about, oh yeah, I need to study now and I need to work out a bit, but you don't need to go that deep. Like you don't need to like try to understand why human life is the way it is. Like you don't need to do that.
You don't need to know. No.
Yeah, exactly, because you can't know, but when you're a deep thinker, you tend to just go to those places. You tend to like
Yeah.
you tend to like, even though there's a sign that says, oh, do not enter, this is a dead end and it's dangerous, deep thinkers go that way and they just want to check how that looks, you know.
Well, that's how you find out how far you can go. And deep thinkers are the ones who creates, amazing
Yes.
crafts, art.
It definitely has a function. I'm not saying that. Yeah.
Not necessary. No, it's not necessary. But yeah, you do find out, interesting things when you go deeply about something.
I've come on like serendipitously, like I've come on very interesting things. Like while I'm just studying, and then I have an idea come in my head, and then suddenly I just take my programming book or whatever aside, and I just start like sketching out an idea that I had random.
Yeah.
And they are worth a serious thought. Like I have one idea in my journal, actually, an example of that. I can show you later if you want. And just randomly have an idea and I sketch out, and it could probably be like a psychosociological paper around that principle. Just because my brain is used to like I don't know, thinking about things and stuff like that, and having like a good foundation about like ideas and stuff like that, I tend to have great ideas. So obviously I can use the fact of my brain being like as crooked as it is in that way, but yeah, there are definitely advantages to that. Like also in my creative being, I play the guitar, play piano.
Right.
It helps me greatly to why not try that note, or why not try that chord, or change like a half note in the third of that chord, for example. I don't know, some examples. So it does help me, but right now in the stage of life, it is very like heavy because it's not rewarding yet, Yeah.
How do you then find a way to enjoy the process so you don't burn out and give up?
I think one of those answers to that question would be trust your future self, and trust that he will figure out what to do with what you have, and just we said it, you have to endure a bit if you want to have great things. What did they say? Stay low enough, long enough, and you'll be big enough soon enough. Like you have to like just duck and take the hits, and do that for a longer period of time, and you will be big enough soon enough. Like,
Right.
But you have to take the hits a bit. I don't think you get to have more than anyone else without doing anything.
Yep.
I think it's easy to envy on other people, but you wouldn't want to do what they went through.
Yeah.
Even if I don't have much now, I know that a lot of people wouldn't want to have endured what I've endured,
That's a good point.
So that's how I cope with it. Just understanding and really believing that you can get that, Like the other day, only recently, I told my friend, like, it's one of my high school friends that I haven't, like, he knows that I've changed a lot, but he hasn't really like spoken to me in deeper conversation, like in a longer setting. And we talked like yesterday or the day before, and I told him that like, oh yeah, and I promised my dad I would buy him a sports car, and like I'm envisioning to become a multi-millionaire in like around 5 years. And then he was like, and then he looked, he looked at how serious I was, and it was like this. Oh, he's serious about it, you know, like, huh? Huh? Oh, are you actually serious? Oh shit, okay. And then he changed the way he was listening for the rest of the conversation because he had realized like this guy,
Serious.
yeah, he has something, he knows something that I don't know, so I won't laugh because maybe he has already something or something. I don't have much yet, but I am very serious about it though.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Yeah, I can see the work ethic of yours.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're really putting in the hard work,
Mm.
constantly trying new things. You don't sit still and do nothing.
Yeah.
You're always taking action.
Mm.
It's a very respectful trait,
Mm.
you know, taking action.
ありがとうございます。
Hi. What about, have you thought about your goals for this year that you really want to achieve?
Weirdly, I just want to go back to Japan. Weirdly enough, without like discarding any rational thoughts, I just want to be in Japan. Like regarding any smart thing about me, like strip me down to my stupidest ways. I just want to be in Japan. Weirdly enough, like, but don't you really want to become successful, become a millionaire? Yes, I really do want to, but strip everything of my rational being away, and I really just want to be there a bit longer, just experience that joy again. Because I don't experience a lot of joy in my life.
You mentioned that.
Yeah, like I really don't mention a lot of joy, and when I was there, it was suddenly like, wow, life can be like that. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And for me, it was like I was in heaven for 3 weeks and a half. And now I'm back in like something that looks a bit more like hell, you know? And then it's like, yeah, I just want to go there again and be there. But
I see.
physically, like not even psychologically, I want to go to Japan. You know, my body clock changed since I came from Japan. Before I was in Japan, I used to naturally wake up at 5 o'clock, between 4 and 5 o'clock, like the earlier type, you know, very early. Since I came from Japan, my natural body clock is 7 now. Two to 3 hours later. Just because that's what the rhythm is there. Like the rhythm is like there.
Wow. Till now.
Till now, so that's why I'm bringing this up, because it's very incredible. Because I've tried to change my clock again. You know, I forcibly woke up at 5 a.m. a couple of times, multiple times. Yeah. But my body is like still like that. Or when I drink like Bukhari sweat, you know, I have that. When I drink like Bukhari sweat, I get like this very refreshing circuit in my system. Or when I watch the pictures, or when I go through back, so that this is more psychological than physical, but both really want to go back there. So something about that, you know. So other than that goal, the more rational goals, you know, I have multiple like kind of settings. But yeah, I would really like to figure out what my vehicle is going to be, you know. Second part of my prayer, of my sujood part of the prayer, would be really to figure out what vehicle it is that's going to bring me there to that freedom. Because I don't want that freedom to be temporary, you know. Yeah. But I'm young. I'm still figuring out, shaping my brain. Obviously, things might change, you know. I might be satisfied with just having an average Japanese life or whatever. I don't know.
It's possible.
From all the experiences and the thoughts and the movements and the activities that my conscious being has endured the last 22 years, momentarily this is what I want, to be back in Japan and be a multi-millionaire before my 25.
You might find the answer in Japan.
You don't get to know the answer unless you move continuously, right?
Well, how are you going to make sure you get there?
What do you mean?
In Japan. What's your plan of making that happen?
obviously you have the principal thing of just trying things out, but not like trying to cook fried rice or something, but trying things like apply for schools, apply for visas, try all those things out. I've been doing that the last couple of months. I've been trying to get in contact with agencies that do like language schooling for student visas, and so you can stay there longer than 3 months without having to change your visa.
I see. Yeah.
I've been learning the language, for example, which is very serious. I'm not like the hype Japanese students. A lot of Japanese students learn by English to Japanese textbooks and Japanese to English textbooks. But I'm really learning textbooks that teach Japanese without having like a converting type of study method. A lot of people teach in converting ways. Oh, konnichiwa is hello, or like genki is like genki desu ka is like how are you doing? Like very convertive type of studying. But I'm really like a elementary Japanese kid studying, like in the Japanese way, like really starting with just the basics. Like all the particles. Doing the hiragana, katakana, and then not think as an English speaker learning Japanese, but learning how to think like a Japanese, how Japanese people make sentences. So I'm really serious about that. And it's weird because no one would study like that if it weren't for staying there. If it weren't for, why would you learn like that? If you just want to go there as a tourist, you can just, have the usual textbooks. I mean, you've seen my textbook. That's not a fun textbook.
No. Like thick ass textbook.
So I'm taking that seriously and trying serious things out, And also with trying to, become financially free. I am trying things out, but I'm very like immature in that section of life, of like entrepreneurship and stuff like that. I haven't tried nearly enough to, really make it, Yeah, but I guess that's what they all go through. They all fail with stupid projects.
Yes.
When you hear stories that, they had like hundreds of projects that failed.
Yeah.
I maybe had 6, so I have a long way to go.
Yeah.
In that regard.
Mark Cuban says you just have to be right once.
Yeah.
Keep trying, yeah.
Yeah. One day I'll find it.
Yeah, and I think when you do find it, and when you look back to the journey you've been through, you will be able to connect all the dots.
Like Steve Jobs said, yeah.
You would think, oh yeah, because of that weird thing I tried, it turned out this thing, I was able to make this a unique thing. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, just trust your future self. He will figure it out. Yeah, and just keep moving.
100%. There's no other way, right? There's no other way. You have to keep on moving.
Keep moving.
That's the only difference between someone that actually makes it and someone who has an unpleasant, unfortunate kind of experience in life where he tries and he fails and because he quit or because he did nothing with what he learned. Some people around me worry, well, like, why do you want to go to Japan and learn the language? How are you going to use that? What's the use of that? Like, and I really trust my intuition. Like, my intuition is the thing that's keeping me alive and is like giving me the kind of perception in the eyes of other people that I have right now. Because I feel that when people look at me, I'm like a well put together guy. But I wouldn't have that without the intuitive being that I have, like feeling things out and understanding, like, this is something I should do, this is something I shouldn't do, this is a good thing, this is a bad thing. If I wouldn't have that intuitive being, I wouldn't be where I am. And so I trust that when I learn the language, it will be for something that I can use.
Yes.
Because I do have the skill of using my assets properly. So, so for me, it's not as irrational as it seems for other people.
No.
My mom does believe that I will do something with that. You know, my stepfather also. My father is not convinced of it yet, but my mom and my stepfather do understand. Like,
Yeah.
wherever this kid goes, he's gonna find his way.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think that they've seen they've seen me more than my father has, because that's my main place,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and they know that it's unreasonable to be where I am, having endured what I have endured.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of unreasonable. There are a lot of people that have achieved being dealt the cards that I've dealt with,
Mm-hmm.
but it's a little rare. It's not exceptionally rare yet. I still have to climb to say that I am exceptional, but it's uncommon.
It is, yeah.
And my mom and stepdad do believe that even if this kid goes to Japan and does whatever there, he'll come back a smarter being, a better being. Mm.
I can also see, you using your experience and knowledge
Mm.
that you will learn in Japan for whatever future business you will start. Obviously, now you cannot prove it; it's in the future.
Yeah.
But I'm sure, in hindsight, you will be able to point out,
Mm.
I'm here because of this. When I went to Japan, I learned this from this.
Yeah. And I
Yeah.
met this guy, and he has these skills, and then I got that connection through him or whatever.
Yes, I always think about Steve Jobs. He stopped going to his classes in university, but
I should do that too. Unfortunately, I've wasted 4 years already, so it's almost over.
Mm.
It would be like kind of stupid to quit now.
Mhm. I mean, I'm sure you have learned a
3
lot of
months left.
lessons there.
Yeah, that's true. That's
Maybe
true.
not directly from the professors, but
And the environment.
yeah.
No, that's true. But sometimes I do resent it because,
Mhm.
like you said, you can only connect the dots looking backwards. Sometimes I do resent, like, yeah, but that's kind of like being above myself, you know. I wouldn't be the person I am now if I had struggled and kept on going through all the misery
Yes.
along the way of university.
I don't think it's a waste.
No, it's not. It's not. If I'm like cool and think things through, I've learned a lot
No,
of things.
yeah. Made you who you are today,
Mm.
and you have respect for who you are today.
Yeah. A lot of respect.
So,
yeah. Mm.
It's good to, I'll get back to the Steve Jobs story, to really embrace and accept your past, the good, the bad, and ugly you went through.
Mm.
If you are happy with who you are today, it's all because of, the bad, the good, and ugly everything.
Mm.
So that's how I find peace and not really regret anything from the past. I think it's a lot of people have regrets, right, from their past. I think this way I've been really thinking about finding peace these days.
But that's kind of the only. I don't know about only, but that's kind of like one of the best ways to go about it, you know. Because as I've said, I mean, all the good moments, I mean, partially exist for a big part, so you can experience the bad stuff too. But when you have a peace state of mind, you don't really have to worry about all these big fluctuations. You know,
Mhm.
they kind of like tend to average around your peace state that you have constantly if you manage to be constantly at peace. And so you don't like have these major swings of like, God damn, this is tough, because you can remember that this was so great. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I think that's one of the better ways to go about it. Just find a peace state.
Yeah, I think it's more sustainable and more constant. Being at peace, not really high, being really happy, excited, but also not low, and just the
Mm.
constant feeling.
Yeah. Yeah, it's difficult for a lot of people that, you know, especially me.
Definitely.
I'm very expressive. Like,
Mm-hmm.
you know, I
I
want to be
understand.
more effusive, but I'm like a very expressive guy,
Yeah.
and so like trying to like bring down the happy high, you know, the
Mm.
happy high is a challenge for me. But it is something that you need to be able to do though, if you want to have like this peace state. So that, because it's the same part of the brain that also pulls you back up when you have like a little low moments, you know. Like high, then puff, and then low, but then puff too, you know? So it's like when you are able to keep your peace thing, it's like high, yeah, but chill a bit. And then, but when you're low, it's also like, all right, don't be too, don't be too like sad or whatever. So I think it is something we should all learn more for.
Finding peace instead of chasing happiness.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
I think
That's,
a lot more people can benefit from being more at peace.
yeah. That's also a power you have, right?
Yeah,
It's not so evident, honestly. It's not so evident. I try to work towards that a bit more. But yeah, being where sometimes it's a challenge.
You're very expressive, very passionate about things. I can totally understand that. Right. And it's not a overnight thing.
No.
It takes months, years to, develop this peace of mind, let's say.
そうね.
Sona?
そうね.
What's that?
Like,
Sona?
yeah, isn't that right? Like,
Hi.
right.
I only
All
know
right.
hi.
What do you think about a pee break?
Let's do a pee break. Or 100 and maybe we should end it here. The battery is almost dead. Well, obviously we'll have more conversations in the future, but for today I think that's enough.
またね.
Ja ne?
Yeah,
How do you
it's
say?
also good.
Ja ne?
じゃあね、またね。Ciao.